Hello everyone,
Howdy.
and welcome back to the Frasier podcast. This episode was lit.
This was a great episode.
This episode was fire.
We dealt
one
with
might say.
mortality and the possibility that tomorrow could just not be there for you.
I kind of love that in a show like Frasier, it can be the funniest thing it wants to be on the planet, and can just be like, okay, but let's have a chat for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and they
for just
do
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we just
you
and me, buddy?
Can we just chat?
Can we
5
just?
minutes?
And like it gets real,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just bounces back to being funny, and you're just having a grand old
And it's like
time.
seamless.
It's so seamless. The constant joke of "You're not Jewish, are you?
You're not Jewish, are you?
It's like funny, but it's also like
like
it's kinda
serious,
real.
right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Is Kelsey Grammer Jewish?
No.
It'd be funny.
Mm.
It'd be pretty funny if he was. But yeah, no, I agree.
No.
That's
no.
quite. It was a very good episode.
This episode was about a doctor died that's in the similar age bracket and of course profession as our Dr. Frasier Crane.
Indeed.
And it makes Frasier really worried about his own mortality.
He's like, I could just die tomorrow.
And it's like, you could die today. You could die right now, buddy. Pulls out gun.
Click. Click, click. But, yeah.
It just be that way.
No.
And they milk all the jokes you can have about that.
Yep.
And have a cute discussion on it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, once again, Niall steals the show.
Oh my god, this man.
From the jump.
God.
I love Thirsty Simp Niles, actually. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
There's almost two different Niles, where he's, the normal snarky, like, usually has the upper hand Niles, and then you have, like, a mega simp Niles. Which, you know what? For Daphne, I guess I get it,
I think
she's
it's
real
funny
cute.
that I feel like that character archetype is somewhat popular today.
Niles?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the sophisticated, not simp, totally a simp.
Yeah. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good.
It's a good archetype, and it's like hear them doing it like 30 years ago.
Yep. They were ahead of the curve. They just knew. It's called good television. Look it up.
It
Look it up.
You just see Frasier Crane's receding hairline.
Yep. Good television.
Good television.
Yeah, no, it was very good. Just absolutely ruthless. Like Roz. Relentless.
Ooh, the Roz scene.
So good.
I
I love her so much.
I think
dude.
my favorite scene is definitely after Frasier does all of the sorting of like his will and stuff, and he goes like, "Oh, we'll open up a bottle of 75."
Of the 75. It's like, oh no, we're not deserving of that. You shouldn't do that. And he sets it down on the table anyway. And he's like, oh well, maybe I'll go get the other one. Niles labels it for himself in case Frasier dies. No one says a word.
Everyone just stares at him, silent, just like,
so good.
You know what you did?
It's so good. Holy shit.
And then there's just stuff in the apartment that is just labeled as Niles's now.
Like his bathrobe.
His bathrobe.
So Frasier and his dad have a real touching conversation about mortality and all that stuff.
Yeah.
His dad's trying to help Frasier feel better, and then he's walking back. What's that tag you got on your robe? Pulls it off. Niles. Because earlier in the episode, Frasier gives them stickers. Write your names on them and stick them on anything that you want in the event that I pass.
Yeah.
And like, hey, what's he going to be mad about? He told him to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Oh, shit.
You gave Niles power, and I don't know why you would be so foolish,
Absolutely
Frasier,
foolish.
to do that.
Buckeye.
Sir.
Pretty good.
Sir, you don't do that.
No. But that was such a good episode.
I very, very, very much enjoyed it. How is this show this strong?
I don't know. I really genuinely don't know. It's quick, concise. Like, I think it has more to do with the pacing as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It is a fast show, but it's not too fast.
Yeah.
The characters are interesting enough. Everything's articulate enough. Because I would say Seinfeld is also similarly paced. But I couldn't give two shits about Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay. So they're not similarly paced, right? Because you have the god-awful stand-up comedy section.
That's true. That's fair. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
That screeches all the momentum to a halt.
Yeah. Which I can see in like the boarding meeting of how it bridges like one scene to the next. But also like I hate them. I don't think they're very good.
Right.
It's not funny comedy. It's just not funny to me. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I have to imagine it was funny to people of sensibilities back then, right? Like, it has to be.
But Frasier was airing at the same time.
Maybe Frasier was for the smart people. And Seinfeld was for your every Joe Schmo in the day.
No.
I mean, for all those shows for all the shows of that in today's age, they are just a lens of looking back at the world. Because if it does feel like, at least from what I can remember of Seinfeld, it's like I'm getting it felt more of a glimpse into the time period.
Yeah.
Whereas Frasier is just like, look at these wacky people doing wacky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I don't care really about the escapades, but like it feels like a certain time in Seinfeld. You know.
Yeah, because when we were watching this episode, like there was the really cute, heartwarming scene between Frasier and his dad, and I'm like, oh well, this is gonna be the emotional linchpin of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to the wake for the doctor.
Yep.
The scene where he talks to the wife, I'm like
another one. It's just another one.
I'm like, oh my god, this is like they're not trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to be like sit down with the viewer and be like, this is a thing.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my god, it's right. This is an all ages family primetime show. So
yeah.
like, kids will be watching, young adults will be watching, adults will be watching, and this is like a great jumping on point for this type of conversations.
And it's smart. It's smart the way they did it narratively. It's just Frasier's talking out his own problem, which like sure he said he kind of like made that zinger toward the end where it's like he didn't fully accept the lesson, but he at least heard it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a step.
And he said it. Even.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like good.
Yeah.
It
had it all. It had it all in this episode.
Oh my god.
It really did.
This show's great.
How the hell they do that?
Yeah.
In other news, I watched Kung Fu Panda 4.
Why would you watch a bad movie?
So, I had plans that day, and then it ended up not working out. So we were out and about, and then she's like, "Hey, let's go see a movie." And what's out? Well, there was Dune 2, and there was Kung Fu Panda 4. So I went and saw Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah.
So, wow, what like a not good movie.
I figured.
Like it was solidly not good. Like not just it was.
Well,
just
like 3 wasn't good.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things of like, 2 was an accident.
Yeah, 2 wasn't like
2 was an accident.
It felt like this movie wanted to be 2 so bad.
It'll never be that.
It would never be that.
No.
Like the cinematography was not nearly as strong. The general themes weren't as strong. The writing sucked so bad.
I think that's the problem. Is like Kung Fu Panda only has the one good movie, and it feels like the studio themselves doesn't like. It's like, oh, how did that happen?
Right. Can we do it again?
No,
because the villain, the chameleon in that, really cool character design. Like actually,
what a design!
Very solid design. But like, I look at the villain from 2.
The bird.
I'm trying to remember his name.
I don't remember the name.
Is it Shen? I think it might have been Shen. Really cool design, great actor, and like reasonable motivation for what he's doing.
I am so on board for his genocide.
Yeah, right. He like
go off, King. Live your truth.
But like the chameleon, she's just kind of like, oh, no one took me seriously because I couldn't do kung fu. So I did magic instead, and now I'm gonna steal kung fu from people because that's the whole thing. Is she like?
So we're doing Baruto.
Yeah, basically. So she like her whole thing is she's just wanting to steal the abilities of past masters and whatever, and so that's how Tai Lung shows up. Spoiler, by the way,
it's in the trailer.
Well, no, so she transforms into him, right?
Yeah, that's in the trailer.
Well, no, so at the beginning she does that to like fake the story of Tai Lung being back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, she brings back his spirit, and like he's in like the last like 15 minutes of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
like actually Tai Lung. But it's just like so mid. They tried to cash in on the fact that people like Tai Lung to be like, oh look, he's in the movie, because Shen shows up for like 5 seconds. It doesn't say a word and then gets jobbed, because all the villains get jobbed by her at the end, right? But it's just the fights were super because you can't not compare it to 2.
Yeah.
2 had literally everything.
Had everything going for it the entire time.
And 4 wanted that so bad, and it's just a complete wash. It didn't need to happen. But 3 didn't need to happen either.
Yeah. We could have retired it.
We could have.
2 when we're at the top.
Mm-hmm. Shen, the Aquafina character.
Yeah.
Like...
the only female in Hollywood currently.
Period. Boring. Mid.
Yeah.
They like wanted her to...
I don't think she's ever been a good voice actress. I think she kind of sucks. No offense to her, of course, but like, she's an actor, and I think she can be funny, right? And she can hold a scene in acting, but not in voice acting.
She's just a recognizable voice, you know?
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
But
she can't hold a scene to save her life in voice acting.
Not particularly. No, she's not that strong. Because a lot of her acting is her face and mannerisms. Like you see that in the movies that she acts in.
Yeah, she is an actress.
Yeah,
like, she has to physically and but like she can't do that here.
Yeah,
she's in a sound booth.
Yeah,
with headphones on.
And man, so one part in the movie specifically. So like the whole plot is like Poe. So I mean, not specifics, but Poe is changing, right? There's his dynamic with his whole thing he's doing.
He gets a new job.
He's supposed he gets a new job. He's supposed to pass on his title, right? He's going through a change. Shen, who, spoiler again, just turns out to be a double agent for the chameleon, also going through a change. Though like the flattest, like, oh, I'm actually a good person sort of shit. The absolute flat, but she's going through a change. And so the chameleon, she shapeshifts, she changes like willingly. These other 2 are very resistant to the change they're going through. Yeah. And like you can see this dynamic like visually, right? About and understand that's what's going on in the narrative.
Movie. That's what they want to do.
Poe literally spells that out like with words to the villain.
No.
It was so painful. I'm like cause like for that whole theme, like I can understand embracing change in a healthy way to go forward, and then they just fucking say it with words at the end. I'm just like, media is dead. There is no point in putting a message in anything. Just write it in letters on the screen for 10 minutes for a movie, and then that's the movie.
Well, I always I'll make this quick. We have Revolutionary Girl Utena, right?
Right.
And how that has a strong theme, a strong narrative. People get to the end, but because they don't tell you what the theme is, people end the show going, I don't get it.
They go, who?
And that has always like had me racking my brain of like, what do you mean you don't get it? They did everything except tell you.
Oh, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked. It's over.
Media's dead.
Media's dead. Art's dead.
It's fine.
We're fucked.
It is what it is.
Okay.
So there was good fucking.
We had the big sexu.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ruben got his cock sucked.
And Neil was his name, right?
Yeah.
Neil was able to plow that luscious rump that Sam's got going on.
Yeah.
And then Murdoch, us, who is piloting the model.
Murdoch,
we're in the model Murdoch.
Wow.
we done.
You worked for that one.
I really did. We sucked off the old gin. And then it got a little spicy because Murdoch got mad.
Yeah, Murdoch-y is
got pissy.
Yeah. He's a little piss boy.
He's a little piss boy. Little piss baby.
We always
So
do
that's
that.
what you all missed. We got to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Titillized the whole time, I guess, if you want.
Sure. Yeah.
And now we've stepped out, and
Yeah.
I think Murdoch was like, well, the night's not over yet.
It's something like that.
The night's not over yet, sweetheart.
God. I hear the door open, and then footsteps.
Murdoch?
What, Jim? He lifts his arms as if stupefied.
What the hell was that?
A good job, I should hope. I wanted to enjoy it.
But you always enjoy it.
I do, Jim. You're just not the reason why. Seems like you're afraid that you did too.
Stop blowing hot wind.
Okay, that's a thing.
I guess that's an expression from the time.
Okay.
I don't know. I already know that I enjoy it.
So then, the problem's just enjoying it too?
We're just different, you and me. I just can't catch the same sort of reputation you have.
A reputation? That's news to my ears.
Then, now's a good a time to open them up for a moment. My tastes are not your own. I am not subservient.
Yet if I offered to lick behind your tail, would you really say no? Those words stopped him in place, and I saw his tail shiver. I give him my most sympathetic smile. See what I mean?
No. You aren't acting yourself tonight. Something's different.
I chuckle and readjust my bow tie, walking towards him, touching him on the arm. Seems to me like you're overthinking things. You've had a lot of drink and excitement. I would be too, considering the big day tomorrow.
Or...
He jerks free of my embrace.
You're acting suspicious.
My lips fall into a frown. Suspicious how? Oh, excuse me. His gaze lingers on me.
A funny thing, that. You're not right this instant. But you're different sometimes. Like just then, back in the bedroom.
I shake my head. I swear that I don't mean any offense. Jim bites his lip.
I think I believe you. But I know that something queer just happened. Even if I can't put words to it yet.
The door to Sam's bedroom opens.
We should talk again after the party.
I'll try to stay dry for you, but no promises. The big Puma takes up the entire door frame before he steps aside, wiping his mouth as the other two bachelors stumble past the door, fully dressed, but walking somewhat clumsily. Now there's a routine that would keep me spry. Very good, very good.
What a guy. What a lad. I love Ruben. He's so silly.
Very good, very good. The Greyhound lifts his brow regarding the cat.
Not have seen you move so quickly.
Had to just keep up with Old Faithful over there. He jerks his head to Jim, a waggle in his eyebrows. I heard Jim chuckle darkly as he passes me, regaining poise. He's got so much poise.
It's that Havel ring, bro. Shit. Or no, Havel's ring just increases your comparing capacity.
It's the wolf's ring.
The wolf's ring that
gives poise.
Oh, it works! He is the wolf's ring. He has so much poise. Let's go. Oh, yes. When are you going to play Dark Souls?
Crossing his arms over each of their necks.
It sounds to me like you both finished. Get off me, Jim. You smell like booze. But we all smell.
Not so much as me before the night is up, and that's a promise. The three of them laughed as they swayed down the stairs. Hey, Sam. Yeah? Can you walk me home before Ralph sees me? Yeah. We pass the hoots and the hollers of the stage below and the drunken laughter emanating from the powder room as we descended the staircase.
Descend.
House.
Oh, stop. I hate this. Fuck.
Yeah?
God damn
it. House.
God.
Here's home. We stare at the brick house with the candlelight in the window. You don't have to call it that. It's just a bit of a reflex. How's the party? About as good as I could have expected. You really didn't have to come back with me. I decided that I wanted to. Did I do all right for my first time? All right enough. He wants to be called a good boy.
You tell me I made the cum good.
Oh my god, am I a goody boy, Sammy Whammy?
Did I get the cummies good? Am I a good boy? Do I need to try harder for the cummies, Sammy boy?
Besides the point. Besides the point that that
I kind of love how that just has the overwhelming ability to short circuit your brain a little bit.
It's like there's one but that
mm-hmm.
But that shouldn't be there because that shouldn't be that.
Why shouldn't that be that?
Because that just looks bad.
But that means that, so it has to be that.
I kind of hate everything.
Oh,
that wasn't your first time.
We both just had a stroke. A shared stroke.
I hope the audience feels it.
Yeah.
Deep in their kokoro. We stare some more at the house. Tired. Should we watch House?
Have you watched House?
Not really.
I probably watched I think I watched the first season of it a long time ago.
I know that when it was airing, my parents always watched it, so I would when I'd pass by them, I'd be like, "What was it? House?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I saw a clip on Twitter of him asking one of his patients to sing the iCarly opening theme. That's it. That's my knowledge of House in its entirety.
That's fair. Oh, we can watch House. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a procedural. House is
exactly. So we'll watch one episode and we'll judge literally all show. 11 seasons.
Yeah, it's like the formula. Oh, House. What do you think is wrong? This thing is wrong. It's this because of this and this and this. House, you're an idiot. You're insane. You're crazy. You're drunk. That can't be right. 10 minutes later, House, you were right. How were you right? Because I wear the red thing and I know things and I drink and iCarly.
I've seen Peach Saliva explain an episode of House.
Yeah.
And she's like, every episode of House is the same. It's lupus. It's not lupus. It's definitely not lupus because you can't turban lupus that well, but it could be.
Yeah.
Because she has that. Big thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we could definitely watch House. It's got not baby but younger Jen Morrison, who was the Emma Swan from Once Upon a Time, the main girl, the main blonde lady. She has brunette. She's brunette in House and she looks way better. She's so cute.
No.
I really like her.
Nope. Sweaty. Struggling to stay awake.
Sweaty.
And so, what made you slip up? The fox looks down, shaking his head. He laughed at me. I didn't like it. They'll do that sometimes. It's not your fault, though. It's not. No. Your sense for rhythm is impressive. Watching you made me want to try harder. Oh, yeah? Yeah. His tail swishes back and forth like it's gliding in a figure eight.
Always happy.
Maybe don't try as hard as me.
Why's that? 'Cause we're only halfway through this all, yeah. I wouldn't want you to lose all your energy. Fair enough.
I flap my coat to let some air in.
This formal wear is killing me. My mother will do the killing if we get them dirty before the big day. That party was pretty rough on the suit. If we air them out tonight in the garden, they'll be fresh for tomorrow. Is the garden locked? Somebody lit the lantern. Is it your mother?
I don't have the energy to prepare for something like that right now.
If it's anybody, I presume it would be Holly.
You'd presume, right?
Whoa. No.
Whoa. Two. I've just been thinking about that joke a lot lately. It's just been really funny.
I love that clip.
Because it came because I was driving around for work, and there were two of the same identical car pulled up at a light, and they were both red, and I was just like, two, and it hasn't left my mind for like a week. It's so annoying. It's really funny.
Ah, very good. Very good. Did I alarm you, Mr. Ayers?
I didn't expect you to be right there is all.
I find people often show up where you least expect them to. Like my fiance, for instance.
Oh, she mad.
We both turn around to see where she's glancing. Jim is walking up into the light, both of his hands in his pockets, looking a bit sullen.
Jim, I thought you'd still be at the party.
I'm throwing in the towel a bit early, considering this is the second time you both snuck off.
The second time? Her eyes narrow on Murdoch first, then on mine. You and Ralph were both supposed to escort him tonight.
And they did. The rat's still with my other friends, in fact.
Well, then at least one of them is taking this seriously.
Hey. Who says I'm not taking this seriously?
Well, look at him. He's clearly upset. I shouldn't have to remind you how you and Ralph get when you're idle.
We're rarely idle, but when we can be, we've earned it.
I am upset, Holly.
I feel Murdoch tremble.
But he's not the reason.
He stops. Holly tilts her head up and opens the fence. Then whatever is the matter, dear?
I came all this way just to see what these two were up to. Mostly because when people sneak off and don't tell you why, they're generally up to no good or something fun. But here they are, waddling home to you.
It is rather late, isn't it?
Please let me finish, dear.
She nods. Please do.
One of the first things I hear you do as I'm walking up is give him a command.
Well, that's simply a coincidence. I promise that I don't intend all of my waking hours sending him to and fro. Though I hope I will receive some grace for a pushiness considering what will come to pass tomorrow. It would be prudent for all of us to retire.
There you go again.
Am I being unreasonable?
Unreasonable? No. Though I really hate to tell you this, dear. You sound very like your mother when you tell the group of grown men what they ought to be doing.
Well, then, I should take that as a compliment, I suppose. For all her rough edges, I really haven't met a more put-together woman than my mother.
Stop reciting prepared statements for a moment and listen to me. The day I trusted you with the truth of my...
He avoids looking at me and Murdoch.
Nature, it took less than a day for your brother to confess an attraction to me. I thought at first he must have been pining the moment he laid eyes on me. But the way he shrank from me tonight and buzzes about you gives me doubts.
This is very childish, Jim.
It just so happens I'm fond of childish things. But I'm fonder of the truth.
She looks back at the house, then back at us. Perhaps this is not the best place to speak.
It suits me.
She sighs. He tells me you're charming. You tell me a bride alone can't satisfy you. Was there harm in putting two and two together?
I only said yes because I thought he wanted this.
And he does, as far as I know.
So what is the truth, then?
Murdoch takes a deep breath. Holly folds her hands over her chest.
I think you're beautiful, Jim. And I'm haunted by how much I enjoy making you finish.
I hear that doesn't apply to only me.
Please. The vixen sounds disgusted. There's no need to be depraved.
There's little I can say about this otherwise,
Murdoch.
But Jim,
He exhales.
I really can't stand how you talk about my family.
I promise that they're not nearly as interesting as you think.
And how you talk about women. Or how you talk about people like me.
I don't know why you're out to crucify me then. If I have to be honest, I'm the best thing to ever happen to you people.
How could you say that, Jim?
Your father's a few years and one violent lapse away from a sanitarium, and your mother's a mirthless bitch.
Let's go!
And what's worse is that I know you agree with me.
Holly sucks her teeth. It rarely does somebody any good to fixate on a person's faults.
You'd have to be damn well blind not to see those faults.
I'm not asking for worship or praise.
Yes, you are that second one.
I'm asking for basic decency.
And I'm once again asking for the truth. Why are you sniffing between my legs if I make your skin crawl? How does that even make any sense?
Because maybe you're not the best thing to happen to me, but you are the best thing to happen to Holly.
Murdoch, don't make this worse.
No, please do. I want to hear this.
I slept with you because you're a rich brat, and I love my sister. It's nobody's fault but mine.
Wait. He knows that's not true. He's just trying to defuse the situation again, isn't he?
I have something I want to say.
You stay quiet. You're not even involved in this.
Don't you dare talk to Sam like that.
He shouts. His shouts makes both Holly and Jim's heads snap to him. It's the angriest I've ever heard him, and the first time I've ever heard malice in his voice directed at a family member.
Where's his Angie face? He's supposed to be Angie!
What, the arms crossed, looking straight at the camera?
Maybe not that one. That one's, like, it is Angie, but that's what it is. It's not angry, it's Angie. You know what I mean?
Boy.
He Angie.
Murdoch. The tone of her voice changes from calm to measured to woeful. Her frame trembles as her face scrunches up. Why are you yelling at me? The furrow in Murdoch's brow melts away as his eyes widen. Out of all of the days to choose to yell at me, could it be any other day than this one? Would you rather it be tomorrow?
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm not big. What do we want here? Like, you don't want it the day after the wedding either. You're gonna be like, really? You're gonna say this the day after my wedding?
On my honeymoon?
Oh my god. A month from now, she's gonna be like, oh my god, my one month anniversary. Like,
fuck,
there's
Murdoch?
never a good day. Like,
No.
like, come on. He swallows his spit and he looks down, ashamed, as if he had lost control and hit somebody.
Horseshit.
Jim and Holly remember I'm a bystander all of a sudden. His sour glance turns pensive, and her tearful look turns cold.
He sees right through her. Good shit. Come on, Gamu.
Okay.
It was there in the bathroom this afternoon.
Oh, I was there in the bathroom. Yes. I remember that moment. I point at the vixen, who's pretending to cry.
She asked him to be with you tonight. He didn't want to go.
What are you? A groundskeeper? Clearly my brother's latest diversion.
He's a whore.
Of course. Ever more colorful. What makes your word reliable?
Because your servants, and probably the rest of your house, can hear you from the bathroom when you're out there in the fucking garden.
I believe him.
Of course you do.
But even if I didn't, would that really matter at this point?
That makes her turn to him and focus on only him. Jim. Her tone of voice is wavering. What are you talking about?
I can see that all of the people in your goddamn family have screws loose. And you're apparently no better?
I'm no better? Jim, this is one of the stupidest, most melodramatic cases of insecurity I've ever had the misfortune to deal with. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because this all begins and ends with the simple fact that you can't keep your prick in your goddamn pants.
Oh, Holly.
Nobody speaks for a moment.
Are you kidding me?
Do you think I'm kidding you, Jim? Oh, I wish I was. Oh God, I wish I was. Do you really think most places in Christendom would sympathize with the adulterer cheating on his new fiancée? Cheating on her with men. Her own brother, no less.
I'm so ready for Gretchen to walk out after hearing all this shit with a gun. Like, you know what? You're all more trouble than you're worth. I've got one more kid. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh my God.
She's gonna go off to be with that Tibbets fellow. She seemed to really like him. Oops.
Then Dahlia will be revealed to be the mastermind.
Yeah, she orchestrated the whole thing. Oh, shit.
Are you that fucking sick and crazy?
Ooh, Holly busting out the words. Are you really trying to spin this to turn it on me?
It always was on you, Jim. You are the problem.
You can't be serious.
Couldn't be more. But you know what? I looked past all of that. Because regardless of the depths of your depravity, I still loved you.
And I loved you too. At least I thought I did until all of this insanity.
So this is where we are now, Jim. Do you love me, or don't you? Easy question, I hope. He pauses. Are you fucking serious? Pulls out gun.
Man, we had so much drama earlier in the night, and more drama?
Let's
I'm kind of here
go.
for this, bitch.
Need more drama.
I don't know anymore.
Though I would like the mid-game gun appearance.
Yeah,
Where
right.
we need a gun in play.
Yep. There always has to be a gun in play.
Yeah.
Always.
It just makes things better.
I have to think about that.
Why do you have to think about it?
Because I just don't know what I want anymore.
You just don't know what you want? She cackles. You just don't know what you want?
Yes. Did I stutter? The wedding's off.
The wedding's tomorrow. Our family and friends are already here.
Who's gonna show up?
I feel something thick in the air as they shout and they bicker. It's something lofty and heavy and smells like ozone.
Is there gonna be a lightning strike for some reason?
Ozone.
The ozone. One embarrassing day is better than a lifetime of regret. If I'm feeling any different, we'll reschedule a wedding in the city.
No.
The fuck you mean, no?
I mean, you're not canceling the wedding. Jim bursts out in laughter.
I'm afraid I just did.
Cock's gun.
What you say? You can wait at the altar all you like, but you won't catch me there, my love.
I really didn't want to do this, Jim. I didn't think I would have to.
Oh.
But you will be there. And we will be officiated by a priest. And we will move to your house in the city as husband and wife while you make up your mind on whether or not our 4-year relationship means anything to you.
What a pretty fantasy. I think I prefer nonfiction. What a good line. Go off, Jim. Damn.
What was the line? What was the really embarrassing line? I think I have it on my Twitter.
So good it had to go on the Twitter. Fuck yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. The only fantasy here is yours, and we will be its final witness.
Oh. So good.
Jim, I'm being very, very literal with you right now. Because you will regret it if you do not comply.
And what could you possibly do that would make me regret something more than a marriage I've been coerced into?
Jim, I have given 3 informants copies of photographs of you having sex with my brother.
Holy shit. 3? Not just to Dahlia? Because that's probably what she gave Dahlia.
Yeah.
And she was like, fuck it. Fire.
Yeah, so there's 2.
Yeah, so there's 2 now. But still. That's insane. She's not just like, oh, to Dahlia. She's like, in triplicate. She's like, I got my bases covered.
Yeah, I'm so here for Holly.
Kind of a little bit, right?
Holly's sitting here playing chess while everyone's playing checkers.
She's playing 4D chess. This is good shit.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Murdoch stumbles backwards. I just feel like I must have misheard. What? What? Jim looks pale.
Those were our private photos.
And what did you think I was going to do with them? Idiot. He crouches to his knees, holding his ears. Murdoch is covering his mouth. I'm in those pictures, Holly. How could you do that?
Yeah.
Jim nods, as if confirming something to himself, as his mind races.
Yeah, that's right. If I go down, so does he. You wouldn't do that to your own brother.
Watch me.
Holly literally doesn't. Well, Holly probably blames him for Seamus's death, too.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why she hates him.
I didn't think I would consider doing it to you. Yet here we are. You have to get rid of those photos, Holly. This is stupid. You're stupid. This is mean.
Just call the Dusks. They'll get rid of the. You know, gotta get those out of circulation.
I'm gonna invoke my persona. Hand me an invoker real quick.
It's not just the, but the word.
I hate everything.
None of this is even going to get us out of this town. I don't know why you're panicking. You're not in any real danger, Murdoch. Do you know how many times Mom has gotten you out of trouble? No. More times than I can count, and more times than I'm sure she's been willing to share. Don't you know how many people in town already know what you are? You're safe. Please, just trust me. And please, somebody cast the first stone if I'm lying about any of this. We hear a loud thud and see Holly's frame shift sideways. What are you doing, Capital? What are you doing?
Someone did throw a rock.
I know.
That's insane.
Oh.
Is it Dahlia?
Oh god, I hope so. Well, this is going a bit long, so I think we should end the part
in the
here.
middle of the
in
drama.
the middle of the drama.
Oh,
you
shit.
guys will have to wait.
Oh, damn.
So, we'll see you guys around.